You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show. Welcome back to The Splash, everyone. I'm Jonathan Jackson, and my guest on the show this week is Channel 7 reporter Shelley Childers, who actually just recently moved to the area here in Sylvan Lake. So I'd like to start off by saying thank you for being here, and also welcome, Shelley.
Of course, and thank you.
So tell me a little bit about what you do over at WXYZ. You are a morning reporter, correct?
Yes, morning show reporter, so up overnight for the graveyard shift. We get in, I get the assignment, and I'm immediately at a live scene, whether it was an overnight traffic accident, a fire, typically it's shootings. Sometimes we get to report on good news, so that helps.
But you're always in the action. You're out there early in the morning, 3:30 you said. I mean, that's most folks, well, of course, are still asleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, still asleep. Sometimes it's very cold, it's pitch black. And so we're out there with first responders a lot, with the cops, the firefighters, traffic control, people, just trying to deal with the scene at hand. So a lot of times we're in the thick of it with those first responders.
Wow. And now how long have you been doing that? For past couple months now, right?
Yeah, I started with Channel 7 in January, so going on 7 years. But I started back in 2009 in West Texas.
Ooh, that's quite a far away. Yeah.
It was a big change.
Yeah. Now, did you grow up in Texas, or are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, born and raised in Houston. Randomly decided one day I want to go to college at Michigan State.
Came all the way out here.
Yeah, my parents said, "You're crazy, but okay, have fun in the snow."
Yeah, that's right. We do have a lot of that up
Yeah.
here. Yeah. But in Texas, you got your start there, right? What did you report on while you were there?
So I started in West Texas, and it's oil field, football country. So when I was there, we went through the oil boom of 2010 through 2012, and we dealt with housing issues and just everything from a small town having this influx of money. And so there were some pretty cool stories there, some pretty crazy stories with people. There wasn't enough housing. Then teachers couldn't afford the housing because housing prices spiked so much because these oil field workers were making so much more money than everybody else.
Sounds like a lot. Yeah, a lot happening down there. I mean, and you've also had some work with the U.S. and Mexico border. You worked with that. So a lot of action.
Yeah, immediately went from West Texas to South Texas. Spent 3 years there on the border covering human smuggling, drug smuggling. I tracked the cartels. I was with Border Patrol in the thick of things there. I interviewed people as they crossed the border. Granted, it was illegally, but these were women and children just truly trying to make a better lives for themselves. We never actually interviewed those bad crooks, those people that come across the border also wanting to do bad things. So,
but
they hid from our cameras.
Yeah. but once again, you were in the thick of things. You're in an intense setting, and when you were there and now up here, morning reporter, you're still doing a lot of intense investigative journalism, which is very good.
That's what being a TV reporter is all about. We have to get out there. We have to meet people. We have to be on the streets where the action is happening so that we can get those stories and find the real stories and bring them back home, and for our viewers to know what's happening out there, who's behind the story. It's not just about the mayor or the city council making official decisions, or the state legislature in Lansing. It's about the people on the street that are impacted by those decisions and what they're doing.
Exactly. And speaking of home, or the people here, you are, like I said earlier, resident of Sylvan Lake. How long has that been? How long have you been here, by the way?
Yeah. So moved up here in January with my husband, loaded up our dog, our 2 cats, the zoo. Immediately moved into my in-laws' home. So my husband is born and raised in Sylvan Lake. Okay. So this was a homecoming for him.
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
Kind of for me too, since I went to Michigan State, and so we're very excited to be back. To have 4 seasons again is truly pretty nice.
That's what I hear a lot from folks, who move from from south up north. They always say it's nice to have 4 seasons, even though they're not usually prepared for all the winter, the snow, and the cold.
It's not a perfect,
It's a big transition. I can understand that.
Yeah. But it's nice, and Sylvan Lake and just this lakes community is just so warm and so welcoming, and it's a tight-knit community.
It is.
Which we've come to discover really quickly. So.
And you were just the host of our Sylvan Lake Memorial Day Parade. I saw you there myself, and you did a wonderful job. And really, it was probably nice to get to see everybody in the community.
The most surprising thing of that experience was the amount of people that came out for that.
Oh, definitely.
We're on this lake. People could have spent their whole Monday morning on the lake already. Excuse me, but they decided to come to the ceremony, and then the amount of veterans that we have in these smaller communities in Southeast Michigan is just really amazing. And the support that goes out to them, I mean, it's continuous, and it's really great to see.
Well, we're grateful that you came out for us, and grateful, just to see everybody enjoying themselves. So thank you again, Shelley.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, once again, folks, Shelley Childers from WXYZ. You can catch her every morning at 4 a.m., right?
Exactly. We begin at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. on Channel 7's Action News, or from 7 to 9 on MyTV20 Detroit. And they'll air it again. But Shelley, once again, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks for watching a segment of The Splash. To catch the entire show or other segments, watch us on Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T Channel 99. Or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us on WBLD 89.3 The Lakes FM.